Down and goal from the 9. Carr throws into traffic. Intercepted. The Bengals have the ball.
Baby.
They are running it back. Sam Hubbard.
Stanford Jennings is going to go all the way. When it comes down, the Bengals are champions.
Now the Bengals Super Bowl chances rest on his right foot. The kick is up. It is good.
Hooday Bengal fans, here we gather, talking football back for year 5. We're covering all things Hooday Nation. We're glad you joined us here tonight. Special guests, past and present players. You never know who you might see. One thing that's for sure, it's all things Bengals. And it all goes back to charity. We at Talking Football want to thank you for joining us for the show tonight. By the fans, for the fans, until the very end. It's Talking Football with Bengal Jim and Friends. It's Talking Football with Bengal Jim and Friends.
Happy Sunday to everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Year 5 of Bengal Jim and Friends, Talking Football with Bengal Jim and Friends. This is a Bengal Jimless edition. It's just a couple of friends, but thank you all for coming back and really kicking off. It feels like the season is very near. We still got a couple weeks to go and a couple of big events to celebrate. But James, we're about there. It's about that time.
It is, and I see some comments in the chat session, liking the new intro. So we'd like to thank Alex from the Bengal Boys for putting that together. He did a fine job on that, and appreciate all his hard work. T. Martin says we all need more WKRP in our lives. Let's see, we got Pennsylvania in the house. We've got Toronto in the house with the International Fan of the Year, Ohio, of course, Kentucky. So wherever you're tuning in from, put that in the chat if you don't mind. We'd love to see the Bengal fans from far and wide. And yeah, you know what's funny? Jimmy's on like a International Independence Day tour, as he's going to be in Toronto for Canada Day. John can probably tell me better, which I think is tomorrow. Obviously, Independence Day is July 4th, so Jimmy's going to watch a lot of fireworks, I think, over the next week. And our good buddy Jamie, who doesn't work the off season, decided to take him to dinner on our Showtime tonight. So that's why Jamie's not here. That's why Jimmy's not here. So you got the B crew, but here we are.
You know, Jimmy might be a little disappointed with the fireworks and the celebration for the 4th of July up in Canada. You know, I've talked to Jamie about it. It's not quite as big a deal up there as it is down here, but you know, you make of it, you make it what you make of it. So I'm sure they'll work hard.
They'll have fun. Let's see. So we got St. Louis. We've got Dan from Nebraska in North Carolina, Iowa. Like we said, Pennsylvania, New York, all over. So appreciate everybody tuning in. This is the start to season 5. So we're going to have our first guest is going to be the young gentleman that went viral over his video from the Tyreek Hill camp. And that's Mr. Braden joining us from New York. We do have the Kris Jenkins interview. We're going to air that a little bit later in the show. And then we're going to talk some Jungle Jam tonight, which is what, less than 3 weeks away, Tom? Is that
less than 3 weeks to go? 3 weeks from yesterday.
It's coming together fast. We were just talking, where's Bougie Mark? You know where Bougie Mark is? I have no idea where Bougie Mark is tonight, Tom.
I know the last rumor I heard, he was working hard, probably working too hard, and is resting up. But we miss him and can't wait to have him back for the season as well.
I think that's been a while since I've seen Mark. He was at the Ken Anderson charity event that was a couple weeks back. That's the last time I saw him, but he's alive. He's just like Jamie, taking a summer sabbatical from us here at Bengal Jim and Friends. So before we introduce this, our first guest tonight, we're going to show this clip. You've probably seen it. I'm sure all Bengals fans have seen it, but we're going to show the clip, and then Tom's going to do our introduction. So got a whole bunch of moving parts here. Let me try to add this to the stage and go to this other screen and hit play. And let's see if this is going to work.
I play a lot of sports.
So you want me to ask you a question? Wait, stand back up. I'm gonna ask you a question. So since you play a lot of sports, which one is your favorite? Football. What position do you play in football?
WR, wide receiver.
Oh, you play receiver. So who do you look up to?
Jamar Chase.
It was a setup question. I think we gotta move on. You know what? I love it. Hey, you're an honest guy. You are an honest guy. You know what? You're gonna be my new friend today. Gotta move on though. That was dope. It's like, bro, Jamar Chase.
And there we go. So go ahead.
So, well, from upstate New York, a future wide receiver probably for the Syracuse Orange, we welcome Braden, and anxious to hear his tale of this Bengals fan from upstate New York. So, Braden, welcome to Bengal Jim and Friends, even though there's no Bengal Jim.
How you doing tonight, Braden?
Hi. Good.
So Braden is just west of Syracuse, another upstate New Yorker on the show. He attended the one-day Tyreek Hill camp, and Tom and I were talking to his father a little bit earlier, and apparently Tyreek is doing these all over the globe, internationally, not only in Canada, but across the pond in Europe. And they had one in Rochester, which is to the west of you, and they had one in Albany that you went to. Was it a couple weeks ago, Braden, that you went to the Tyreek Hill camp?
Yes.
All righty. So what was your favorite part of attending that camp is question one. And question two, were you the only Bengals fan there?
Not the only Bengals fan. My dad was there, and the favorite thing there was the talking.
The talking part, yeah, that was fun. So tell us about that. When you saw it blow up all over the news, what were your first thoughts? What'd you think? Holy cow, I didn't expect that probably. But what were your thoughts when you had people calling you saying, man, I saw you all over the news, Braden?
When I got remixed, when Jamar Chase did all the videos, I was like laughing and having so much fun.
Fun. So how did you become a Jamar Chase and Bengals fan?
My dad made me a Bengals fan, and then when I see him do the gritty and make a lot of good catches, I thought he would be my favorite player.
Oh, do you know how to do the gritty, Braden?
Oh, yeah.
Can you show us? Can we get a demonstration here?
Sure.
All right. We're watching.
Right.
Perfect.
That is very good.
That's way better than Tom can do, Braden. So great job. Great job on that. So have you ever been to a Bengals game in person yet, Braden?
Twice. Only one time the Bengals won.
Oh, sweet. Well, next time you come down to Cincinnati, we're going to have to get you to our family-friendly tailgate. Meet all these people that have seen you from across the globe. You probably have to sign, 2,000 autographs for everybody since you're famous now. But before we let you go, I think Tom has one question for you.
Well, Braden, what kind of wide receiver are you? Are you a deep threat? Do you run by everybody to catch the ball? Do you run a slant route? What kind of routes do you run? Because I know you're a really good wide receiver too.
I like going straight, and then I like catching it really far so I can get the advantage. So I practice with my dad a lot in our backyard to catch deep passes.
It is very special and very important to have a great dad. Sounds like you've got one. So congratulations there too. Now, one other thing, though, I mean, if your dad throws you the ball, and tell him to cover his ears, don't listen right now. Do you think he throws the ball as well as Joe Burrow does to Jamar Chase?
Sometimes it slips off his hands and it goes like 10 feet away from me.
Oh, that's too
Well, you
funny.
keep practicing with him and keep working with him. That's special to go catch ball with your dad in the backyard. So congratulations.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, we appreciate you having us on, joining us. And next time you're in Cincinnati, definitely look us up, stop by the tailgate, and have some fun with us. How's that sound?
Good.
Thank you.
Then, as you continue your football career, we're going to send you to that great college less than an hour east of you in central New York that also wears orange. And you can wear the number 1 there and play wide receiver for Syracuse. And then the Bengals can draft you after that. How's that?
It's called tampering, James. It's called tampering. You can't. The NCAA listens. You know that.
Hi, Braden. Well, we appreciate you having us on or coming on with us tonight. And congrats on your video going viral. And stay in touch. Okay, buddy?
Okay.
Thank you.
Hooday.
Take care. Hooday.
Hooday.
You can't do that to the kid. He's calling his agent right now. He wants to know how much he can get in NIL money.
I got his career path all lined out for him. He's just going to, what is it? Pop Warner to high school to Syracuse to the NFL. He's right on track. But again, this is the kickoff to season 5. We appreciate everybody joining us here tonight. If you're just joining in, Jimmy is up in Canada visiting our friend Jamie. It's not illegal. The NCAA is the wild, wild west now. Anything goes. Nothing illegal about that now, but we won't even go off on that tangent. But let's talk some Jungle Jam, Tom. A lot has happened. We've been off for almost a month from the show, and we've had some exciting things transpire over the last 30 days.
Well, we've added a lot of guests. We've pretty much got the schedule fixed for that day to kind of maximize the experience for everybody. It's a lot more organized, but I think the biggest thing we can talk about is the 2 presentations that fans will be able to enjoy and some of the players that will be taking part of that, along with Coach Taylor, Trent Irwin, Andre Yosivash, Geno Stone, just in town but wants to meet Bengal fans, Von Bell, back in town, wants to meet Bengals fans, Chase Brown, and Evan McPherson. So that will be big at 1 o'clock, along with Dan Horde, talking 2024 Bengals football. And then we moved it to 3:30, did we not?
Close.
Jungle to the Hall. Yeah, about 3:30, maybe a few minutes after. Jungle to the Hall, where we will continue to celebrate our Bengal legends and make their case for Canton and politely and respectfully point out the errors, the horrid errors, the embarrassing errors by the voters and the selection committee to put people in Canton that Willie Anderson, it's criminal he's not there. Ken Anderson. It is criminal he's not there. Make the very strong case for Corey Dillon, who will one day be there, and all three of those guys hopefully very soon. But Max Montoya, Isaac Curtis, et al. And those are just the guys that are currently eligible. So we'll be talking with a lot of those guys. Not completely commit with that. And also it should be, I think Jeff Hobson is going to sit in on both presentations there for the fans. So he'll be there, and Jeff is a voter. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Is it 25 vendors we'll have with Bengal merchandise?
Yes, that is correct. Full gamut of vendors, both inside, outside, everything from jerseys, hats, T-shirts, paintings, prints. What am I missing?
Jerseys, memorabilia,
cards. Yeah. Where there's going to be somebody there specifically with Bengals cards. But yeah, it is really shaping up. We did have another call with Megacorp last Friday, and they're excited about it. This is going to be the highlight of their summer over there. We want to thank our friends at Newport on the Levee for stepping up and being an integral part of what's happening. I don't know if we mentioned the fact of TJ coming into town. I don't know if that happened after the
Jeff Blake, TJ Hushmanzada. I mean, there's a whole list. Jimmy's been releasing 1 to 2 every day. So
yeah, that is coming together. And one neat thing that we just announced today, you might have saw it on social media, is the championship belts. Thanks to our buddy Ron Boyle, that the cornhole winners are going to take home. So that's a custom belt there. Has our charity on it, Small Towns, Big Dreams, Cordell Bolson's charity, that all the proceeds from the cornhole tournament are going to go to. You see our Munoz, you see Riley, our 2 Hall of Famers in Big there. Then you see some of our Ring of Honor folks there as well. But what a cool piece. And Ron Boyle always does such a great job with everything he makes, and we appreciate him and his generosity for donating those to the.
There are you.
Hey, James, you owe me $5.
What's going on, boys? Bengal Jim in Brantford, Ontario. Figure that one out.
It's Canada Day tomorrow. It's Canada Day.
We already discussed it. We got John on the show. He gave us the proper lingo. And Tom and I did have a bet before if you guys were just going to randomly pop on.
Tom knew.
I told him the only way I'm coming back on the show if you drive down here and we use your phone.
How's Braden?
Braden did good. We've Syracuse signed him to an NIL contract for college. So that happened on the show here just about 5 minutes ago. And it's good. We're talking Jungle Jam now. So if there's anything you'd like to add, now
everything you said about Canada is true. There's like moose walking in the street down here. There's igloos everywhere. It's there's maple syrup dripping out of trees. It is.
It's not that bad.
No, Jungle Jam, man. I tell you what. How far you gotten into the Jungle Jam conversation?
We talked about the players. We talked about the cornhole tournament. We just showed the custom belt that Ron made, and feel free to add anything that you feel needs to be shared. We just shared the link in the comments. So go ahead.
Yeah, we'll. Tom's been doing some write-ups on these players. We've been posting a new player every day since June 3rd, I think. We've got some surprises that day. You'll find out the day of. We won't be able to share some of the surprises before, but I know we keep saying it, but this is going to sell out. This is just going to be James's term is a 3-ring Bengal circus at the end of the day. It's going to be so much fun. Indoor, outdoor. We've got event tents, cooling fans for outside. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. There's never been anything like this done ever.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah.
One thing, if you could help everybody out with, because I get these questions all the time, and they want to put on there. Tell everybody how they can still get their tickets. What's the easiest way for our fellow fans to sign up and get their tickets?
There's multiple ways, Tom. I mean, so they can go to any of our social media platforms. On any of those posts where we're announcing players, there's a link there for those tickets. They can go to Megacorp online and go to Megacorp Pavilion and Newport and order their tickets. If they don't want to pay some of those processing fees or I think facility fees, they can physically go down to Megacorp Pavilion and buy their tickets in person, and they'll waive those fees. So all kinds of ways to get those tickets. So, well, we'll let you go.
Yeah. When are you guys coming up?
We didn't get invited. Only Jimmy got invited.
It's open invitation, boys. I
Yeah.
told you. We're at the Keg Steakhouse in Bar tonight.
He didn't know I was coming up. I just told him I was coming.
That's going to be a silent auction item at Jungle Jam. Spend a weekend with Jamie in the
Crash on
frozen
Jamie's couch.
of Canada.
Hey, Tom. Hey, in a couple hours, we're going to go live from the soup kitchen at Jamie's here soon. So I'm going to the soup kitchen.
That is the rope, and it is a
Hey, we'll take good care of them, boys.
tourist
Don't worry. We'll get
destination
them back.
Canada.
We'll get them rested up before Jungle Jam. We'll take good care of them.
Oh, all right.
Jamie,
All right, we'll see you guys.
before we sign off.
Who they?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to ask him about
What's up?
the fireworks for the 4th of July. They don't have fireworks for the 4th of July up there, do they?
Well, they do. He's going to be on the Canadian side of Niagara, so he'll be able to see them. But I told him he's coming down to our Canada celebration tomorrow night. But I already had to warn him. The fireworks that my city doesn't even compare to the free fireworks the Reds do on Friday night. So I just cautioned him not to get too excited about the fireworks and the live music.
All right.
So you guys get like the bare naked ladies doing a free show down there. We literally just get a bunch of bare naked ladies on stage down here. That's we don't have the budget.
Oh boy! All right,
Good day, boys.
See you guys.
Good day, guys.
Bye.
Be safe.
Yeah.
Should do you want to call the Canadian Mounted Police, or should I?
I'm just. Well, let's go back to Jungle Jam conversation.
Yes. But
So the one thing.
Go ahead.
The one thing we didn't talk about was the silent auction items, and we know obviously not everybody can make it Saturday, July 20th to Megacorp Pavilion, but you can still be part of that special day. We do have the Year of Tickets raffle that's still going on. That's going to be announced the week after Jungle Jam. So for a $100 raffle, with all proceeds going to the Joe Burrow Foundation. You can be part of that. We do have the silent auction items. You do not need to be there to bid on those. One thing that was added since the last show is that awesome Sean Volkler Joe Burrow piece that is up there now. There's a little bit of everything up there in the silent auction part, and that link I shared in the chat here, or as Jimmy said, you can find that on any of the social media channels that we have talking about it. So it's going to be here before we know it. It's coming up fast. With the one thing I do want to touch on, two things actually. 6 different charities are going to benefit from the Jungle Jam event, and I'm going to see if I can remember them. I did just mention the Joe Burrow Foundation, the Revive Foundation, Anthony Munoz Foundation, Ken Anderson Foundation, Cordell Volson's Foundation. Was that 5 or 6? Am I missing?
We're missing one.
Missing one. Let me pull up the graphic, because certainly we do not want to miss any of them. And the 6th one is the Village of Marici, Ted Karras. So 6 great charities. And then we also, I don't know if we've shared it yet, but we do have a graphic ready of all the people that are contributing in one way or another for the events. We talked about Newport on the Levee being a premier sponsor. We got Minuteman Press, Bengals Bids, Cane's Chicken, Condado Tacos, Everything Bagels, Aloft Hotels, the Johnny Hodge Team, Duke Energy, Service Master, Reinsure Pro, Skyline, Donato's, Art Fair, Cook Sporting Goods, whose hat I'm rocking tonight, Nothing But Cakes, and Dry Ridge Auto. So thank you to all those wonderful sponsors that are making Jungle Jam happen. And what else, Tom? What else do we need to cover? We are going to go to the Kris Jenkins interview here shortly before we sign off. But what else do we need to talk about in regards to
as you had pointed out, Megacorp Pavilion is indoor-outdoor. And depending how the weather is that day, you might even be able to, through the back of the stage, look out to all the festivities going on outside. But there is a cornhole tournament going on. Are there still spots open? I think there are still
they're limited, but there are some spots available. Yes,
3 or 4. If you have a team, you want to sign up for the cornhole tournament. Again, go to the social media pages, our social media pages, to sign up, and please do. There will be food, lots and lots of food from our sponsors, Donato's ice cream. There'll be a kids zone out there. Face painting,
bounce houses,
face painting. If you want to look like Tony the Tiger, it can happen. That's the day to make it happen. But yeah, in a kids zone. So we've tried to think of every contingency from the other years. We've done Jungle to the Hall, as James and I talked as we were. I think you and I were packing up last year. We were not at Jungle to the Hall.
Yes.
In the heat. Yes. And we kind of talked in that we needed to evolve and push things along. And it has happened. Maybe even much bigger than we ever dreamed or thought it could. But it definitely has happened. So it's going to be unique. I know it's going to be the biggest fan-driven team celebration in America for the NFL.
Mike, question: will Dell be there? I think Dell will be there. It's a good question on the Kenny's Day drinking lager. For those that aren't familiar with the area, Dell's Newport location is within walking distance. It's where the post-Jungle Jam celebration is going to be. So if it's not there during the event itself, Mike, 16 Lots is within walking distance of a Megacorp Pavilion, and certainly they'll have it on tap there. So again, it's really going to be a fun event. A lot of work's gone into it, and again, this is by the fans for the fans, just like the motto says on the screen. So we appreciate everyone's hard work. We'll be packing gift bags for everybody in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tonight. So you're going to walk away with some goodies. There's going to be raffle prizes, all sorts of good stuff. But we talked about that enough. Let's go into this Kris Jenkins interview, which was pre-recorded. As everybody knows, the Bengals did have a little mini camp a couple weeks back. So while he was in town, Tom and Jimmy had the opportunity to shoot this clip. And go ahead and talk about it here, Tom, before we get started.
Yeah, like James said, we had the opportunity to meet with our number 2 draft pick, Kris Jenkins, who is going to come in there, not just on the field, but off the field as well. I think he's going to be one of the most popular Bengals in history before all things are said and done. So if we're all set up, James, why don't we go to it?
All right, let's roll.
2024, we all know the Bengals needed several things. They needed help on the defensive line. They need help stuffing the run. And they need somebody who knows how to win the big championships. In round 2, we got it all. So Kris Jenkins from Michigan, welcome to Bengal Jim and Friends, and welcome to Cincinnati.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all having me. Great to be here, man. Shoot, pleasure.
Go ahead, Tom.
With the intro there, how's the indoctrination been so far? I mean, it's just been off-season practice and workouts, but how's it going with the guys? And what's it like in that locker room? Do you sense a bunch of guys just like in Michigan? They're just not here to win. They're here to win it all.
No, absolutely. You could definitely feel that kind of intensity, that mindset really radiating through everybody. And it's not just the veterans too, it's the coaches, it's top down, even to us rookies, man. So, the second you get in the locker room, you could just feel it. Like everybody's competing over everything. Doesn't matter if it's a walkthrough, doesn't matter if it's drills, if you're hitting the bag. They said they're visualizing for that final step. And you can really just feel that the second you step in. I know y'all do.
Woo. Give me goosebumps. I'm ready to go now, Kris. Shit. So let's talk about your dad, man. So your dad, obviously a 4-time Pro Bowler in the NFL, played with the Jets and Panthers. Everybody knows who he is. So I'm going to play a short video clip here. I watched 2.5, 3 hours of a 2008 Bengals Jets game. yesterday.
Ooh.
Yep, and got it all ready to go here. So I'm gonna play this video clip, and I want you to, after we're done playing the video clip, I want you to we'll ask some questions about it. So here you go. Here's your dad against the Bengals, 2008.
Introduce the Jets for you. There is Kris Jenkins at 360 pounds. He'll occupy a couple of blocks. They go on with the play. First and goal at the 1-yard line. 26 seconds to go. Up the middle is Perry, and Perry can't nose it in. Kris Jenkins. Boy, what a force he is, the 3-time Pro Bowler in the middle of that defensive line.
And he's being double-teamed every play.
Pace and a Dallas Thomas type at 6'4" and 270. Perry again up the middle for a couple. Kris Jenkins and others there for the tackle, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
And that's pretty pedestrian, but exactly what you said about sticking it inside. But that's where Kris Jenkins lives. That's like sticking your hand in a cage and with a piece of meat in it to a bear. You won't come back with much of a hand.
So 360.
Was he really 360?
Yeah, but it was solid muscle. Like 90% of it was muscle. That was a crazy thing.
Oh man! So
what do you think of those old school AFL New York Titan jerseys? You ever
That's
seen
what I was going to say. The first thing. That's how you know it's back in the day. Not only from the camera quality and like maybe this is the time iPhones and iPads first came out, but the Titans jersey, we never see that anymore. But I remember that was like his favorite jersey. I swear, because he loved every time they got to wear it.
So that game in 2008, the Jets wound up winning that game. He was going against the Bengals center, Eric Guychek. Tom, how big was Eric Guychek?
Eric Guychek was 5'9", 180 pounds soaking wet out of the MAC. But he was a nice guy and a good guy. He was a high-effort guy. He just maybe wasn't the best successor to Rich Bram, who was one of the best centers in Bengal history. But your dad would have dominated anyway. I remember that game. He was having his way with the entire line, not the center. But
so Kris, talk about Dad a little bit, man. Obviously, he's had to have been instrumental in your career through high school, college, and now probably the stuff he's giving you feedback for the NFL. Talk about that a little bit for us.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing about my dad is he did such a great job raising me, and it's not just like giving me the genetics to be able to come here and do what I got to do. You know, that strength he got, that kind of that size, that quickness, but it's really the mindset like he started to give me at a young age. Because if you've ever seen like his back in the day when he went on the freaking behind the scenes, when he went on that training camp episode when the Jets had him on, I believe it was that year, and you could just see he's in the drills and training camp and goal line drills saying, this is my drill. Ain't nobody coming here and here. This is my drill. You can't go through me. He tried to get that to me at a young age when I was like a crybaby. Like I didn't want to hit anybody. I'm trying to fake injuries to get out of Oklahoma drills. And that's really like the biggest impact he's had on me and still has on me.
That's awesome. That's awesome to see. But I thought it was an awesome clip to see your dad out there balling out. So,
yeah.
Tom, go ahead, buddy.
Well, my first thought after that was you got to be too young for the Oklahoma drill. That's been all but outlawed, hasn't it?
It got outlawed, I want to say, halfway through. Like right when I got to, I want to say right when we got to high school, it started getting outlawed, and we tried to find different ways to, you feel me, go around it so we could still do it. But by that time, I loved the drill. So, but the first 3 years, oh no, it was bad.
Different ways to get tough. We talked a little bit about the culture and coming from Michigan, where you've won a lot and won everything in the last couple of years. Congratulations on that.
Appreciate you.
As you come here to this defense, one of the special things you'll find out for Bengal fans is this group, these teams, these last couple of years, it hadn't just been because they've won. It's been the guys on it. They're special guys, high character, very likable, love getting engaged in the city. Have there been guys, especially on the defensive side of the ball, that you've been able to go to or have talked to you about, what's expected of a player with these Cincinnati Bengals?
Absolutely. And it really, especially being in the D-line room, and this goes for guys like me, McKinley, guys like Blaze and Cedric Johnson, team chemistry to talk to the vets whenever. You got guys like Sam Hubbard, Trey, Hendrickson, BJ, coming up to us all the time, giving us tips, showing us around the city, stuff like that. We even got, Rankins coming in off rip, trying to teach us up, coach us up, and show them what we could do, little things to fix. And that's just the crazy thing about how that environment is, man. It was off rip. We were welcomed in. They told us what to expect, what they expect from us. We got to come in ready to play, ready to go. And they just showed nothing but love from that point on.
One thing with being a rookie, and you mentioned Sam Hubbard, I think Jimmy has Jimmy, do you have a picture of that helmet that Sam is going to make you wear at training camp?
Hey, this is a rookie thing. I'm just going to spoil this stuff for Sam Hubbard right now, but he's got a helmet for you to wear in camp at some point this year. You ready for this?
Yeah, see, we good. We good off that. We have a good relationship now. Don't want to ruin that. No.
Hey, so Sam comes at you with that helmet. You know what to do, man. You know what to do.
Good. Like that's no good. That's the only thing. No good.
Let's talk about, man, I just loved, obviously ran into you guys at the Reds game this past week, you and Mims.
Mm-hmm.
And, brother, I mean, I literally had Reds fans coming down, like yelling, "Hey, Bengal Jim, Kris Jenkins and Mims are down." I'm like, what? And to see y'all down there, man. And this guy's from Canada, Jamie from Canada, got to come. He was down for a couple of days, got to see you, James. But, man, talk about, man, you guys are just, I don't know what it is, man. It looks like you're having so much fun in the community. The city just has embraced you guys, and they love you. But give us your feel, not the team. I want to talk about the community, the fans, the Cincinnati area. Talk about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, the community's been nothing but amazing. And I've heard things. This is my first time in the city, so I didn't know what to expect, from first-person standpoint. But there hasn't been a single person that we've come across that hasn't shown us nothing but love, nothing but hype for the season, ready to come for the jungle, telling us getting ready to kick some butt, and you could feel that every single day we step out the house. And, it was fortunate we got to see that Friday, that Saturday when we went to the Reds games. Even though Mims couldn't sit down because he's too big to sit down in the seat. So that's why we seen him up there standing up in the stands. I was just kicking it with him. But yeah,
that's funny. We gotta get you guys suites, man. You can't be sitting in the regular seats. Come on.
Oh yeah, no, we don't found that out. Yeah,
if everybody's talking to you and you're ready, are you also ready to be hating on Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Baltimore?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir. I'm so ready to embrace that rivalry. I can't wait. I've seen it, but I'm just ready to be a part of it, man. I can't wait.
Hey, take that Ohio State Michigan rivalry times 5, man. Just wait. It's going to get crazy, man. And we'll talk again after the season. There's going to be one of those teams you're going to dislike more than the others, man. I just, we'll see. We'll see which one that is. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But it's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. So you've been around town, man. So talk about some of the places you've been to. I know you've done the Skyline thing probably, or Gold Star, or Camp Washington. But you've been hitting some places around town, having some fun, getting out eating.
Yes, because I'm a big y'all know I'm a big foodie. I mean, if that ain't already obvious, but went to places like, I want to say we went to Taste of Belgium, deserves the hype. Went to Skyline Chili, deserves the hype. Have yet to go to Soul Secrets, and I'm depressed about that.
Got an OTR.
And OTR. Got to go there. Also, the murals that are around there are beautiful. By the way, I've heard so much about them. They're beautiful. But the last thing I need to go to, I haven't been here in 4 years, and I'm sick because it's right across the river, Waffle House.
What's your order at the Waffle House? Come on.
That grit bowl immediately, probably 2 of them, and then about to get like 5 waffles, get them in the syrup and a little butter. Yes, and just go crazy.
You get some protein with that?
Yes, bacon. We're gonna drizzle bacon all throughout the grit bowl. Maybe put a little sausage in there, even though I kind of hate sausage. But we'll put some bacon on the side too with the waffles.
All right, we got one or two more here for you. Tom, go ahead and fire away. We'll be done here in a second, Kris.
Like that, and talking with your dad and your coaches and so forth, what do you anticipate being the biggest adjustment jumping into the NFL this year? What have they told you? Hey, watch out for this. Watch, the guys are much bigger, but don't be fooled. They're also much quicker, not to mention much meaner and so forth. Have they told you anything special to look out for?
Really just watching out for – biggest thing I've heard is watching out for ourselves and really that doubt that we could sometimes inflict on ourselves during this process. Because like you said, we're going to see some guys that are bigger than we've seen before, quicker than we've seen before. How are they this strong? How are they moving this fast? But we also got to remember where we came from. We've like the fact that we're here at this level, the fact that this team trusts in us to perform and do what we've been doing for years to come. So we got to just come out there with that confidence, ready to go, ready to help this team get to the Super Bowl. That I think is the biggest. Like, don't take this year for granted. Don't use it as just a adjustment year. Get ready to play ball.
Yeah. So, Kris, we go national championship, Super Bowl back to back. We can do that damn thing now. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So, brother, thanks for taking time with us, man. I'm just going to tell you right now, man, when they read your name off in the second round, man, I knew we needed to run stuff for. I knew we needed somebody up there, and I was so glad they got you, brother. I can tell you right now, the city, the team, we're happy as hell to have you, big dog, and I cannot wait to see you play this year, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. So listen to the old guys like Sam Hubbard and Trey and Rankins and all those guys. Learn from those guys, and man, we're looking forward to seeing you, man. We appreciate having you on, man.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Appreciate y'all having me, man. It's an honor for real.
Hey,
Kris, thank you. Welcome to town.
Nah, yes, sir. Great to be here, man. Y'all see me at Waffle House.
We'll see you at Waffle House. Sounds good. My treat.
Oh, Waffle House. Who knew? Kris Jenkins, see some chatter about it in the chat. A Waffle House.
I wonder what the team nutritionalists will think of that when they hear about it.
Hopefully, hopefully he or she was not watching that clip.
He is in fantastic shape, so he can probably afford to go to Waffle House. There might be some guys over the years who we did not want to go to Waffle House, but we trust Kris. He'll be fine.
For sure. And did have the opportunity to meet him at that. Meet him a couple weeks ago at that Reds game. And just, I mean, you can just see from his personality just from that 10-minute interview there. But what a great addition. High character guy. You got to love the fact that his dad played in the NFL, comes from a family that knows how to get it done. So I was super excited about that, pick. It was somebody that I think we mocked in some of the stuff that we did as well. But going to be a great addition, and that interview just speaks to the person he is.
Truly, truly believe that between his talent, his character, and his personality, that he is going to be essentially the Joe Burrow of the defense. He's going to be the most popular, visible guy on this defense in very, very short order. And that's saying a lot when you've got, Sam Hubbard, Logan Wilson, Cam Taylor, Britt, Trey Hendrickson, those type of high character guys on your, the entire defense is full of them. But he's special, and he's going to make a difference getting us to New Orleans and getting that ring.
Certainly will. One question popped up in the chat before that interview, and something we haven't touched on, and you probably know more about this than anything else. We know the vote was completed, a couple weeks ago by season ticket holders. When can we expect the announcement? We would love for him to make the announcement at Jungle Jam July 20th. That's probably not going to happen, but what's your thoughts on
I spoke to somebody about that, and pretty much they just quickly said no, not by them. But I think actually the week following Jungle Jam, look about the 25th, I think, of July. So that would be mid to late week. The next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but look about the 25th. They'll make that announcement. In terms of who makes it in, it's anybody. James, who did you vote for?
Syracuse guy, I think. Hell, it's been so long. I think it was Lapham, and honestly, Tom, I'd be lying if I don't know the other person. It's been a little bit, but it's always a neat night. Did they officially announce it's going to be part of the Monday night game at halftime?
Yes.
Okay. So
against Washington.
I think we're undefeated in Ring of Honor ceremony games. So hopefully that'll continue. Mike asked, will Kris be at Jungle Jam? He's trying to be. We're working through some particulars. We will have we've mentioned this for months. It's a fluid list. He has certainly been invited and aware. He hasn't committed yet, but hoping he'll be one of the surprises that we announce.
We've announced the guys that have committed to us 100%. We've got a couple guys that committed to us 100% who have kind of gone, shall we say, who've gone radio silent on us. That we've held back announcing them. Kris was aware. He was enthusiastic. I can tell you it was right after that interview. Jimmy and I were talking to him. He's aware. He's enthusiastic. He wants to be there. I think it's just a matter of settling his schedule. There are a couple of very big names that are trying to work it through their schedules to be there on July the 20th at Megacorp Pavilion in Newport. But we just, until they say it 100%, we prefer not to announce it. We had a couple people that told us they were 95% sure. And thankfully, we did not announce it because they ended up not being able to make it. So, it's fluid. There may be guys that their schedules change at the last minute, but everybody that we've announced has told us and promised us will be there from, all the names we listed: Coach Taylor, Ken Anderson, Anthony Munoz, Ken Riley II, Andre Yosivas, Chase Brown, Von Bell, Geno Smith, Evan McPherson et al. And, that's not even, the other legends that'll be there: Max Montoya, Bob Johnson, Bob Trumpy. We could go on and on. It's going to be a fantastic day for Bengal fans everywhere.
100%. So, again, we appreciate everyone joining us tonight. We want to thank Braden for coming on, and kudos to him for going viral with his Jamar Chase statement. Again, that Kris Jenkins interview was great. I think a little precursor to what we're going to see this year, but another character guy for the locker room. And for those that missed the intro, everything's saved on YouTube. We invite you to go back and see our new season 5 intro. Thank you to Alex from the Bengal Boys for doing that. And any final words here, Tom, before we sign off for the night?
Like every Sunday, thank you so very much. There are a lot of different ways to talk Bengals and share your Bengal thoughts and so forth. It means so much to us that you'd like to spend a little bit of time with us. Without you, we can't do this. Actually, I guess we would be doing it. We'd just be doing it without an audience because we do it when we're off air. But thank you all so very, very much. And we look forward to seeing you next Sunday night and also in person July 20th.
Good day, everybody. Have a great night.